to me Tuesday on Thursday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is. Finally getting around to recording a video. Didn't want to miss another week. So, Project Linus was this past weekend, and I did do my demo. I had one completed blanket to show as an example of the Quilt As You Go, and I turned that in, but I showed it off in the demo first. And I also had one that I started in front of the ladies, and that one is this one here, using this elephant fabric that no one had wanted the previous month. And so I started that, and I figure I'll just talk about how this works, right? So I start by using, I have the wrong side up of the fleece, and I take a strip of fabric, whether it's cotton, fleece, or flannel. This is sort of a brushed flannel, almost was like a velvet. I think it actually came from Crystal maybe many years ago. And then this is a flannel. And I'll put it wrong side down, kind of center it on the fleece. So wrong sides together, because you've got the wrong side facing up of this. And I use spray based just to keep it from moving around. And then I take a strip and line it up this way, and sew along this seam. And I do the same with another strip here, this way, sew with a seam. I keep, when I'm working with fleece, I keep the iron set on medium, and I press them away from the center, so this way. And I keep adding 2 strips at a time. So basically I'll put a strip on there, and I actually will spray baste this down. You could pin it. I like spray based. But I spray it down to keep it from moving around. Same thing here. And I like to put one on top. I like to sew 2 at the machine at the same time, because it just goes twice as fast. I don't bother pinning because of the spray basting, keeps the fleece from moving. And when you're using flannel, it just sticks to itself anyway. And I just keep working my way out until you get to this point. Here's the back of this fleece. Isn't that cute with the kitties? On this one here, I had a leftover piece from my brother-in-law's quilt of his back. This had been cut off of that when I squared it up. That was my center strip, so I actually used fleece there. And flannel. And then I did these, then I did these, and the whole way I did that, I would use spray based after I press it, spray based before I add the next strips. And now this one is ready to, you keep working your way out until you've got it the length that you want, or the length of your fleece. And then just like any other quilt that you would be piecing, you're going to trim it up and bind it like you normally would. I will insert a picture of the finished blanket that I turned in at the end of the video. And I actually did do a PDF of a step-by-step photo tutorial. Very simple. That I sent out to the ladies afterward. So they could use that to refer to. And it was great because it sparked a lot of ideas, a lot of interest. I had a couple of ladies ask me, you know, would I have to start in the middle? No, absolutely, you don't have to start in the middle. I just do that because I'm usually doing it to do something quickly. Also, they said, well, do I have to do it across? Can I do it diagonally? And I said, absolutely. I have done it diagonally. Same principle applies. You know, you would do it from corner to corner with if you had a really long strip. just like your string piecing. It's really almost exactly like string piecing. Instead of muslin or batting, you're doing it directly to the fleece backing. And on the back, all you see is the bobbin thread, the straight lines going across. And at any point prior to binding, you can do additional stitch lines if you want. If you wanted to do, you know, a couple in each, if you wanted to do a decorative stitch right down the middle or right on top of the seam, you don't see any stitching on the front of the quilt unless you do top stitching. All you see is the bobbin thread. So, super simple, super easy, super fast, which is why I like it. And skipping the batting and doing it directly to, this is a blizzard fleece, which I like because it's super soft. I got this fleece for $3.99 a yard. Look how drapey this is. You know, it's fantastic. Very cuddly. Something a kid would really love. So, I really like that method. But yeah, you could totally go, you know, just like a string block, you could go from corner to corner if you had a really long piece of flannel, like left from backing, extra wide fabric or something, or you could piece it. That was the other thing they asked. Well, so I could do that with a row of pieced blocks. And I said, absolutely. You could do that row. You could spray base that first row on, and then you could do whatever quilting you want to do to it before you add the next two rows. Absolutely, that would work. So it's a great way to quilt when you have a smaller machine, domestic machine, you're on a tight budget, etc. It's a really, really good way to do it. Other new things. I got this bag on Amazon. I'm going to decorate it once I get my Cricut up and running again. It's got my Singer 301A in it because I have the suitcase that it came in, but it smells kind of funky. That weird stuff that it's made from. And also, this has lots of pockets and lots of storage to store other things. So I can keep my manual in there. I can keep the pedal and power cord. I can keep thread. I can have like a whole to-go kit in here. I had these stuffed in the top, on top of the machine. So that's going to be my new travel bag. And I had someone want to bring orphan blocks to me. I actually chuckled a bit because she handed them to me and then said, there's 20 of them. They're all the same block. There's 20 of them. And here's the pattern that I was making. And here's a bunch of strips left over of the fabric, in case you want to make more. So, I'm not sure if I would really call that orphan blocks, or just I changed my mind and I decided I don't want to piece this quilt anymore. But regardless, it will get made into at least one, if not two, probably two Linus quilts. And then I was given 3 of these, which definitely are orphan blocks. So there's that. And next week is my last week working for the TV station. And this week I wrapped up, finished making arrangements on my next adventure, which is going to be at Hip Stitch, my favorite local quilt shop. They were looking for some additional help because they lost someone, and I reached out to them and we've had a few conversations, and this week I got it all set up with my paperwork and everything. So I'm officially on the payroll, and over the next week I'll be training on my first task there, which will be kits. I'll be making kits from beginning from start to finish, getting them all ready up on the website, all that jazz. So I'm excited about that. Eventually I'd like to even be able to design a pattern and put a kit together for that. So I'm excited. And yes, I do get a discount. So there's that. My goal will be to not spend my paycheck before ever leaving the store. So, so yay, new things happening. That's all I have to tell you. I have a mess to clean up in here now. I need to finish these up so that I can get them turned in the near future. And so I need to get those finished and bound. I still need to bind Braden's quilt. It's still hanging right here on the frame. I'm going to be making plans to raise my frame up, which means I may need to move it again. Anyway, Hogwarts stairs, you know how it is. I've constantly got to be moving things around in here. That's it. I'm behind watching your videos, but I hope to catch up very soon. My weekend starts tomorrow, so I'll get some watching in while I drink my coffee tomorrow. But I look forward to watching your videos. I hope everyone is doing okay and is finding time to be a little crafty, at least here and there. And I will see you next week. Bye!